Welcome students to my another lecture video on employee motivation. This is the third lecture video. Earlier, two lecture videos are there in YouTube. If you have not watched it, please first watch that videos. So let's see what would be our learning objectives in this session. Today we'll be discussing about how to motivate employees. Like what are the ways so that employees feel motivated. Now the key thing is that we all need to be motivated to do any kind of work. To do certain work, we need to be motivated. Like if you think about yourself, if you are not motivated, you'll not find any interest to do study. If you are not motivated enough, you'll not find interest to do anything. So in that way, employees also need to be motivated. They need to be satisfied so that they stay productive in organization. They become engaged with their work, they become passionate about their work. Now for managers, this is very important to know that what are the ways are there through which they can motivate their employees. So let us start. First and foremost thing is that managers always need to create a friendly work environment. That means each and every employee, they spend huge amount of time, most of the time in a day in an organization. So if they are not getting friendly environment, they are not getting any pleasant atmosphere, then they will become demotivated. So friendly atmosphere, pleasant atmosphere needs to be introduced for the sake of satisfying the employees, for the sake of motivating the employees, as they are spending huge amount of time in the organization. So this is the first and foremost thing, creating a friendly environment. Then next thing is that acknowledge employees' achievement. We all need to be recognized, each and every one of us. If we are doing any kind of job, if we are doing well, then we feel good when someone comes to us and someone acknowledges our work. Okay, you have done a good job. So from this aspect, managers also need to acknowledge the employees' achievement. They need to acknowledge that they have done really well. Even small acknowledgement, if employees get, that means a lot to that particular employee, and that is enough to motivating an employee who is doing really good job. So acknowledging employees' achievement, that is also another important factor managers need to do. Next thing is that rewarding employees. That means small reward. Reward always doesn't mean that monetary reward you'll have to give. Non-monetary reward also managers can give to the employees so that they find interest whatever job they're doing. So small kind of incentive also can be given to the employees to engage them with the work. Even from the aspect of non-monetary rewards, you can throw a party, birthday party to an employee. So you'll see that particular employee's self-esteem will go high. So he'll feel motivated, he'll feel engaged, would be happy, and it will keep the employee on the right track. Not only that, it will motivate that employee to be productive and to do good work in the organization. So rewarding employees is also another important factor through which employee can be motivated. Next thing is that positive communication. As we know that communication is the lifeblood of organization, any organization. So positive communication has to be there, and employees also expect positive communication from their bosses, from their superiors. So communicating with the employees in a proper way, that is not very difficult job, but most of the managers, they do not do it. It may so happen that it may hurt their ego. A lot of matters are there, may involve. It depends on their the manager's attitude, manager's mindset also. But if positive communication from the side of managers, from the side of supervisors, from the side of bosses comes, then employees self-confidence gets boosted. So managers can spend a short time each and every day for discussing for discussing various matters. It would be helpful not only for generating good environment, but also it will give a insight of lot of ideas. While discussion with the team members, managers may get a lot of ideas, and while sharing their ideas, the employees also be uh, very much happy. So positive communication is the key factor of employee motivation. So it has to be there. Now next, encourage friendly competition. That means small competition, friendly competition has to be there in organization. Like few person, they think that competition is not good in organization. But yes, unhealthy competition is not good. But healthy competition should be there, and healthy competition leads to productive environment. So while creating this competitive environment in an organization, it has to be ensured that the competition should be healthy. It should not turn out to be any kind of confusion. It should not turn out to be any kind of mismanagement. It should not turn out to be any kind of ill relationships. So friendly relationships, friendly competition has to be ensured. So employees also feel motivated. They should be given challenging tasks. They can be given challenging deadlines. After attempting these deadlines, these tasks, they will feel motivated. Okay, I have done it. We all have done it. So managers should encourage friendly competition. Now, next thing is that organizational goals and objectives that should be properly communicated, and organizational vision, goals, that should be meaningful. It means that organizational goals should not be illogical. So managers need to communicate with their employees in such a way that employee feels that this company, wherever I'm working right now, they have a good vision. They have a good plan, chalked out plan at the corporate level or at the individual level also, at the departmental level also. So accordingly, what will happen? Accordingly, it would be easier to the manager if they can communicate the organizational goals properly with their subordinates. It would be very much easy for the manager to set the individual goal of the employees. So while they will try to achieve this goal, employees also get motivated. They will also feel motivated. They will also be engaged with the work, whatever they're doing. So achievable goals should be there. Goals should not be irrational. Goals should not be illogical. Okay, so meaningful and worthwhile goals should be there in each and every organization, and that has to be communicated properly. Next, see, employees are working in organization. Obviously, employees they will expect a good career path. Those who are really working for their career enrichment, career enhancement. So obviously they will seek for they will look for good career path. So what managers can do, they can train their employees. They can share a lot of knowledge with their employees so that employees become knowledgeable. They have enough skill. It should be ensured that employees have enough skill to cope up with any kind of situation, to cope up with any kind of latest technology, latest change. So if training is introduced, if knowledge is shared in a proper manner, if skill is enriched, then what would happen? Resistance of change from the side of employees, it will not come. So it would be very much easy for the managers also to introduce change, and employees also would be ready to accept the change, so that for the sake of their career progress. And obviously opportunities of promotion or opportunities of getting promoted, it is another aspect of career path. So if employees find that there is lot of opportunities for getting promoted, if I perform well, then obviously the employees will feel motivated to do whatever they are doing. It may be clerical job, it may be managerial job, it may be accounting job, it may be operational job, whatever they are doing. If promotion is there, they will try to do their best. So good career path should be there in organization. Next, it is obvious that for each and every group, each and every team members, they try to follow whatever leader is doing. Employees are tend to follow, employees are tend to imitate the leaders. So being a leader, a manager should set a lot of good examples in front of the team members, in front of the employees. They should do good thing, and their greatest responsibility would be setting a tone, introducing values. So if tone is set, if values is introduced, if managers can set a lot of good examples in front of the employees, they will also motivated to do the good things. So if leaders can do this in this way, we can also do that. So they will start thinking positively, and they will try to contribute to the work. There will come a lot of ideas. They will share their ideas. They will share their suggestions. So being a leader, manager should set good example in front of the team members, in front of the employees. So you need to be a leader worth following, so that employees follow you. Next is that to motivate employees, you need to encourage creativity of the employees. Sometimes you may see in your class also, few students come up with creative ideas that even you have not thought of, that he or she can come up with. So in the same way, in organizations it happens. Managers, he may expect that what they will do, but if they can encourage the employees, some of the employees can come up with good ideas, and it can open a new horizon in front of manager. So encouraging creativity is another thing. If there is a scope to be creative, if creative environment is there, then obviously employees will be motivated. They will be attached to the work. They will share a lot of ideas. So being a manager, you need to encourage creativity, so that employees become creative in your organization. Next is that we know that unity is strength. So no person can do all the works alone in an organization. It's impossible. So teamwork makes ensure that everything is fine on the right track. So if the teamwork is good, if mutual understanding among the individuals in any team, in an organization is there, then what would happen? The team productivity will go high. So to encourage teamwork, managers also need to do certain things. First thing first is that they need to remove bureaucracy. That means following rules, regulations, strictly adherence to rules and regulations, compelling the employees to follow the rules and regulations, this will not never ever this will encourage teamwork. So first you need to remove the bureaucracy and strict hierarchy in company. You need to create an openness so that a lot of ideas come from any kind, any level. So in that way, if teamwork is promoted, if teamwork is encouraged, each and every individual person would feel motivated. Okay. Next thing is that you need to welcome all the ideas. The welcoming of the ideas, being a manager, it needs not to be selective. Like that, from this department, I'll take the ideas, from that department, I'll not take the idea. It should not go in that way. So all the ideas should be welcomed in an organization, because each and everyone is having unique characteristics. And sometimes it becomes unpredictable that few employees from any department, they come up with very good ideas. So welcoming ideas from all levels should be there, should be ensured in organization, so that employees feel motivated. While sharing their ideas, their self-esteem will go high. And if their self-esteem is high, they will also feel motivated. Okay. Next thing is that none of us want to be bored. We do not want to be bored. We do not like boring things. I understand that few jobs are there, few works are there in each and every organization that has to be done, that are monotonous. So you'll have to, being a manager, you'll have to get it done at any way, even if the employees feel bored or not. But you should do small things like employee engagement. So you can engage the employees, that particular employees, those who are doing boring kind of jobs, to another work. You can give small treat to that employees, so that they do not feel bored. Because lot of employees in this generation, they have very short attention span. So employee engagement has to be there, so that employees doesn't feel bored and they feel motivated. So for today, thank you all of you for your attention. So next day we'll be discussing over the next topic. So stay safe. Thank you.